As a studio owner and teacher, you know how vitally important it is to your business that you retain your clients. Client turnover is one of the most common reasons that studio businesses fail. Successful studios are sustained by regular, recurring, and referring clients who keep classes full and schedules full, and of course, revenue coming in the door. I'm Sarah Glanfield, and I help boutique fitness studios optimize their business for maximum profit and maximum fulfillment with strategies and insights so that you can continue to do the work that you really love. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of studio owners all around the world. And one thing that we visit and revisit is client retention. One thing that this comes up, I should say, over and over and over again, because we want to continue to refine our efforts at increasing retention in our business. Because what we know is that losing clients costs your business money. You'll be out revenue from the client that you lost, and you will have to spend a even larger amount of money attracting someone new into your business to replace that lost revenue. Now, although there are plenty of ways to target retention with your marketing strategy, there are also a lot of other reasons that clients leave that actually have a lot to do with the experience that your clients have inside of the studio itself. And I'm going to share these top 5 reasons that studio businesses lose clients so that you can avoid these very costly mistakes. Now, before I share that with you, I do want to share some industry statistics about client retention within the boutique fitness business specifically, because there was a report that came out by Club Industry, which illuminates just how important client retention really is for a studio business from a financial perspective. Okay, get this. It costs you about 9 times more to attract a new client than it does to retain an existing one. 9 times. And that can look like the amount of money that you spend on perhaps upfront marketing and advertising, but also in terms of how much it costs to nurture that client through the introductory offer process into your studio and onboarding them. Okay, 9 times more. And if we look at other even wider research, a company called Bain and Company, which is a management consulting company, they did a big research piece that showed that if a business increases its retention by just 5%, it actually increases profits by 25% or more. So just think about if you were able to increase your retention, how much of an impact that would have on your bottom line, potentially up to 25% increase in profits. Pretty significant, right? So these numbers show that there is a great deal of upside to consistently including retention as part of your marketing plan. But that's not all that you need to do, or even perhaps the first thing that you would do. Because in the conversations and the research that I've done within Spring 3, I've identified 5 areas that can be addressed within your studio today that might improve your retention rate immediately. Okay, quick spoiler alert. They often have a lot to do with the people that you have inside of your business and the way that you design your customer experience. So the first issue I see that comes up and that perhaps is a major turnoff to all clients, but especially new clients, is negative talk. Clients walk into your studio to escape the stress and negativity of what might be happening in their world, and they expect to enter a place and feel good and happy and perhaps relaxed and calm, excited, right? And if your team members are congregated together, bad mouthing the last client that took a class with them, it doesn't really give a good vibe. So instructors and team members need to refrain from negative talk of any sort, especially around clients. They have to play their part in creating a warm and welcoming environment and supportive environment for your community of clients. There should be no gossiping, there should be no bad talk, and if they can't help themselves with that, then to be honest, they probably do not have a place on your team. The second thing is to consider is the awareness. And that means that you want to make sure that your team, your teachers, particularly have an awareness for what it is your clients are looking for and their needs and wants. So, for example, some classes, some studios offer hands-on cueing to help their clients to achieve their an exercise perhaps easier or even make it more challenging, right? And some clients want that hands-on approach and others may not. It's really important that you make sure that you know and your teachers know and your instructors know what your clients prefer, or ask them ahead of time. This can be a big turnoff for those people who are looking for more hands-on or looking for less. So be aware of those subtle cues, such as the way that a client responds. Eye contact, body language goes a long way. Your teachers and your instructors need to have awareness for your client's needs so that you can adapt and be as flexible as possible to make sure that you're meeting those needs as well. Okay. The third area of issue, I should say, that I see a lot of, I see kind of potentially a problem for a lot of studio owners is when you have a new client walk in the door and perhaps not receiving the most warmest of welcomes. So, for a new client who's walked into a new studio, without a doubt, they have overcome many hesitations of their own to get to that point, right? And when they walk in, they are walking into a world they have not been into before. They're not probably not sure about how your studio works, who's going to be there, the energy and the atmosphere inside. They may already be feeling quite vulnerable. And if they are not welcomed in the most appropriate way, then they will likely start off their experience on the wrong foot, which is not really setting you up for success in the long term. So you want to make sure that every new client that walks into your studio is welcomed and is acknowledged, and is perhaps given a little bit of extra TLC. And this probably means that you're going to need to train your team in how to do this and how they should perhaps introduce and welcome that client into the studios, because everyone that walks in should be greeted warmly no matter what. But those new clients, we want to make sure that they have an extra special treatment. Now, the other thing I see often that is a bit of a turnoff for a lot of clients that might send them packing is when your instructors or your teachers are too busy. Too busy to interact with clients, too busy to chat, too busy to create that or build or develop that connection with clients. And if your instructors are too busy to perhaps take a few minutes after their class or their session to perhaps check in with clients, to schedule their next session, to make sure they had a great experience, then you are losing out on that opportunity to nurture and engage those clients, those existing clients, but also their new clients. What we know is that those clients to boutique fitness studios come to boutique fitness studios for more than just a workout. They're coming because they like the teachers. They're coming because they like the community. And so you have to make sure that you're taking the time to nurture that. And your team are those people who are often first in line to be able to deliver on that, to be able to build that connection and build those relationships. When your clients are more engaged inside of your studio, what we know is they tend to spend more time in your studio, more money in your studio, and send more of their friends your way. So it is a win-win. Now, I've saved the best for last. The last issue that I see that really stands out on the list of things that really does not help you with client retention, and it's a big one, and that is a studio that is not clean. Truly, this is the number one turnoff for any client. And given how much the world has changed post-pandemic, it might be shocking to hear there are studios out there that perhaps miss the mark on cleanliness. But time and time again, research has shown that this is a big reason why clients stop visiting. So I really recommend that you have a checklist in place for all of the things that you need to do, or want your teachers and your instructors or your front desk team or whoever is responsible in your studio for making sure that it is clean and tidy and neat, that you have that checklist in place so that you have, there are really no excuses for making sure that you have a clean, tidy, neat studio that is welcoming and is ready for your next class or your next session. So there you have it. 5 reasons why clients leave, which you can very, very easily and quickly avoid through hiring and training the right people to support your studio business.